Hey ladies, this is Sheila, and I just wanted to stop in and share something with you. For the last couple of days, I've been hearing the word in my head: balance, balance, balance. And as I have spoke with some women this week and cried with some ladies this week and prayed with some ladies this week, I keep hearing balance, balance, balance. And so what I think that the message of balance is to make sure that we stay balanced in in on this journey. And what I mean about that is this: before Kevin and I got married, uh, I was working overseas. I would come home every 90 days. I would take me a trip. I was just doing my thing, and life was good, and I didn't want for nothing, and I was just happy. And so when he and I got together and all of these issues start to uh, come up, I began to lose who I was. It was just draining to me. Um, I didn't want to fly nowhere. All I wanted to do was stay up in bed. And so that is what led me to counseling, because I knew if Sheila Bruno and Kevin Bruno were going to stay together, we was going to have some counseling, and not necessarily starting out with the marriage counseling, but individual counseling, and which we did. And to that helped me to regain my balance as to who I am, and um, you know who I am, and maintaining who I am, and not allowing uh, these issues to get me off balance per se. And it's really, really important. And sometimes, people have such a stigma about counseling. And I tell you, I would have never thought in my life that I would be in somebody's a therapist's office. Never. You couldn't have told me that. But that is one of the best things that I could have ever done to myself, for myself, and in addition to, the marriage. So that's what I mean, you guys. Stay balanced. And if it takes you to go and talk to somebody, go talk to somebody. Because I'm telling you, this thing is not easy. And although Kevin has been out since 2010, there's still some things that surface. There's still some things that I and then I say, oh, that's just so immature or whatever. But it is what it is. But in order for me to maintain and work through this and be committed to the marriage and committed to myself, I have to have that balance. And what has given me balance in a natural sense is going to see a therapist. And in a spiritual sense, I stay balanced because I am a Christian, and I believe in prayer, and I believe in faith and all of that, so that helps. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys, to go balance and get some balance. And some of you all have EAP on your job. EAP is free, you know. If you have EAP on your job, go get you some counseling. And then another thing that I thought about is so many times that we upgrade in our life. If a new phone comes out, the iPhone or whatever, we want to upgrade to that phone. But what about upgrading your life? What about going to see a counselor? And I looked at that like an upgrade. So don't neglect personal development or talking to somebody because of the cost. Because as ladies, if we want to get that hair done, we want to get the nails done, we want to get a massage or whatever, we're going to pay that cost. But sometimes we have to pay for that mental stability. Okay, so I had jotted down notes. And somebody asked me, okay, well, Sheila, you said counseling, how long you have to stay in counseling? Well, you know what? It just, like I said before, it just depends. It depends on when you get your breakthrough. After like the second or third session for me, I had gotten a breakthrough. I'm like, I'm good. But as stuff emerge and stuff comes up, if I feel like, oh, I don't want to deal with this, whatever, let me go talk to somebody. And I do that. And then another thing that I do that helps me is I journal. Some things get in your head and they're not going to leave your head. But what I found out is that if I write them down in my journal, as I'm writing them, they're leaving my head. So in this walk, and it's not easy, y'all, I wouldn't lie to you. In this walk, we're going to have to be intentional about some things we've never done before. But because we face with this obstacle, this prison life, these issues that comes along with our loved ones, we're going to have to be intentional about some things. So don't take it lightly, like, okay, we're going to come home and we're just going to deal with it. You won't be having a thriving marriage. You would be having a surviving marriage. And I don't think that anybody has waited this long to fix my life. I don't think that anyone has waited this long just to have a marriage that survives. So let me see what else I put on my little notes here. That's all I'm going to say right now. I'm going to say be a friend to yourself. Be a friend to yourself. And how many of us have girlfriends? If our girlfriends call us and tell us something's going on, we will drop what we're doing to go and make sure that that girlfriend is okay. So I'm going to say, be a girlfriend to yourself. If something's not going on with you, drop whatever it is and make sure you take care of yourself. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you. Balance, be a friend to yourself. All right, enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.